Is that a significant increase in the number of teams?
Somebody said, I think it's double from what they had.
Almost double. I don't remember that many before.
It was almost double.
Dwindled to small.
They were struggling last year,
Mhm.
and they actually interlocked with Lake Worth and Saginaw. Now they're going to actually be playing more home games, which is great.
So they're booking dates.
We haven't got their schedule yet. They're supposed to get us the schedule. That's in this agreement. So.
Yeah, that was the old issue. And I was in the park board booking the dates.
Marvin, we're satisfied they fulfilled their contract with, I know in the past we've had some problems with that, things not being done on their end.
In the past we have, but we're satisfied, especially over the last 2 years.
Okay.
Of course, last year being a down year, wasn't as much to go by, but they've worked real good with Jeremy and us, and then when I call him, that Kenneth, he responds right on the deal, so
Okay.
I'm very satisfied with him as it stands, yes, sir.
Is this Aaron kin to Ralph Keno?
Yes,
Yes.
I think it's his daughter,
Former daughter-in-law.
daughter-in-law.
Former.
It's good when we see the folks' family names continuing generation after generation. Marvin, there was, under Roman numeral 2, I think there's a phrase that still needs to be deleted. It's the end of that sentence, unless each party provides written notice 9 days before the end of the term.
That's one we changed today.
Okay, because that would...
I didn't get you the new draft out,
Okay.
yeah.
So now the sentence ends with 1 year?
Yes, it does. He didn't like that either.
Yeah, well, it just, it shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I know.
Renewal, right.
But the new draft does have it in.
Okay.
Talking a bunch tonight.
I move that we approve the annual lease agreement with McGee Park for 2023 baseball and softball season, Lions Youth Sports Association with the city.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the agreement between the city and NYSA for the 2023 baseball and softball seasons.
With the revision.
With the revisions. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed. Motion carries. Go to item number 12, consider approval authorizing the city manager on behalf of the city of River Oaks signing on to the letter dated March 7th, 2023 from Tarrant County expressing support for a study and planning grant for a state hospital in Tarrant County.
Commissioner Court's asking us for our support in this, and it has to be done by tomorrow, so if the city's on board with it, he's giving me a link to contact and sign for if y'all authorize me to do it.
Is this the only hospital they can have this at? The only prison?
Yeah, as far as I know. They want us, this is for a study, this is what this is for.
How long will the study be?
He didn't say.
Something desperately needed in law enforcement to deal with the mental health issues that we have today and have been going on for some time. I hope to see this played out and they're able to do this. So I'll make that motion as well, if everybody's through talking.
Second.
Have a motion. Have a motion and a second to approve authorizing city manager on behalf of the city signing on to the letter dated March 7th, 2023 from Tarrant County expressing support for a study and planning grant for a state hospital in Tarrant County. Is there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 13, consider approval of joint election agreement and contract between Tarrant County Elections Administrator and the City of River Oaks, including approval for payment of the initial deposit for election services.
I was very impressed with how much it went down, but then we got 5 entities using our polls, so that's one reason it went way, way down. I anticipated 10 to 15. The total is a little over 5,000 with our down deposit of 4110. It's basically the same agreement that we have every year, since now we use the new equipment, and we already have the resolution for that, so we don't have to take any further action on it. But the total estimated cost is $5467.17. That's including a regular and a special election. And our deposit due is, like I said earlier, $41.10. I recommend we enter that agreement with them again.
So if there is a runoff, that would be on the top of this, right?
Yes, it'd be on top of
And
it.
then there'd be a much fewer entities, so it'd be a lot more expensive.
It'd be a lot more, but I don't anticipate more.
We couldn't have a runoff.
Unless you had a lot of write-ins.
Oh, that's true.
Write-ins.
Well, write-ins aren't legal anymore, I understand. Right, isn't there a write-in deadline?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a write-in deadline.
Marvin, would we pay more if it's a runoff in another election other than ours? Or is it just ours that we had to pay?
We just get the percentage of what is ours.
Yeah. So even if they use ours for a runoff, we wouldn't have to pay anything for that. We would just be letting them use our facility.
Yeah, they're getting charged for it.
Right.
But we're just paying our percentage. That's where it says like .20, that's what it's talking about.
Okay.
If you've got 2 poles, then they take a percentage of each one. Being we had 5, they'll take that off of there and only charge us for that other. That's why it's 5,000 and something.
So that 5467 is a hard number, and then regardless of what happens, we're not gonna have to pay any more this time.
I hate to say it's a hard number, but it's always very close.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the election agreement.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the election agreement with Tarrant County. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. This is where I like to rub it into Marvin, that Pantego got to cancel their election this year.
Yeah. Nice.
Item number 14, consider approval of ordinance number 1371-2023, amending Article 13.02, Utility Policy, Division 2, Water Service Policy, specifically under Section 13.02.038, Waiver of Charges, Adjustments to Bill of the River Oaks Code of Ordinances by revising Section 13.02.38A, Responsibility for Leaks, incorporating a leak adjustment policy for commercial accounts.
We talked about this last meeting. I immediately got with the city of Fort Worth. I have had little or no luck with them on this. They say they're in the wholesale business, not the retail business. And so I don't know that I ever will, but they told me they would continue looking into it. But for now, I would recommend doing the water only in the commercial, rather than us adjusting for the sewer. And so in this ordinance, that's what I did under number 3. We put that in account. It's an active status and good standing. That is commercial account with a separate meter in which the customer has had the same service address for at least 1 year. The account must be in the business name, and the authorized user may request the adjustment. And then we do it the same way we've been doing all the other leak adjustments under that policy. And in perspective, the one that came before you last time, his would amount to a $42.25 reimbursement off of his water by calculating using the same method we have for all the other leaks in the city.
So Marvin, does Fort Worth's policy cover businesses as well?
I've been told it does not.
So do you know of other cities that have these types?
We looked at Haltom City, we looked at several others. Basically, if they're giving a leak adjustment on the sewer, they're just giving it and eating it. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about it all, a leak adjustment for water,
Yeah, well, there's several that have this, yes, sir.
for businesses.
For commercial, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So Fort Worth does, or you don't know if they do?
Fort Worth does not, is what I was told,
Okay, but other cities do.
but other cities do.
We have a lot of small businesses, so that can make us different as well.
What was his total bill that night?
I don't remember it offhand, but,
$42 change.
that's just off the waters.
Just our side, that's not the sewer side.
But your recommendation is to not do sewer, right?
Do what, sir?
I thought your recommendation was not to address sewer.
No, not to address sewer this time, no.
So you're saying it's such a small amount?
I know.
Well, I mean, it could have been a
Yeah.
much bigger amount. If the leak had gone on longer. I don't know why you would, I mean, I think we all think big businesses probably, it doesn't matter to, but if you have small businesses, I don't know why that would be any different.